Needy everyone, Sabora here. Somebody reached out and asked me about the book Trolldom, and they wanted to know if I had any more reading material or reference materials on the subject because all they could find was this book, and it was just Jesus this, Jesus that, and they were kind of looking more for like Germanic, Swedish, like the Norse kind of traditions. And I'm not a Norse practitioner. I know, crazy, right? Zabora doesn't know everything about witchcraft and paganism. Ooh! But I got friends, and I reached out to one of them and I asked him. He just recently switched to Scandinavian practices, I believe. Or I shouldn't say just recently switched. It kind of makes him sound flip floppy. His path kind of grew that way, I should say. Anyway, I asked him if he knew anything about the subject of trolldom because while the name itself was kind of bringing back some memories, I couldn't really pinpoint where I had seen it before. So while I was waiting for him to get back to me, I did some digging. And it turns out that this book, Trolldom, the word itself, Trolldom, it means to conjure. And once I had figured out that Trolldom means conjure, I remembered where I had seen this book. And it was on Cat Ironwood's website. It's a Lucky Mojo Curio Company production. It was written by one of Ironwood's students, Johan Bjorn Gardback, I want to say. Probably butchered that, but it's basically hoodoo, Jesus worship, blended with Norse mythology, and that's it. It's really no different from what I did, except I stripped out all the Bible and Jesus stuff, and I stuck just with the practice of the slaves. But yeah, this is just hoodoo blended with Norse paganism sprinkled in. So at this point, my friend had gotten back to me and said that he had never even heard of the word trolldom, and he's been a practitioner for quite a while. And he recommended the book Elves, Wights, and Trolls. That's Wights for whites. It's not the color white. And he says that's a really good book to get into if you're looking into the subject matter. So, yeah, if your thing is hoodoo, if your practice is hoodoo and you're into Jesus, then, and you want to, like, I don't know, call on your Viking ancestors or whatever, then maybe this is the book for you. I know Ironwood's books, they're usually extremely tiny, so if you're going to go down this route, I would not recommend you using just this one book, which is probably why they asked, hey, do you have anything more on this subject? Because they themselves knew it wasn't enough. Yeah, go buy some more hoodoo books, and then go buy some more Norse paganism books, and then just split the difference. Because that's all this author did. That's all it is. It's Jesus sprinkled in with hoodoo, sprinkled in with Norse paganism. It's a blended path of a blended path, and that's it. That's all it is. You're not going to find any books on trolldom besides this one because it doesn't exist outside this one. It's not something that would have been traditional. It's not something they would have practiced in Norse paganism. There's a lot of rules that we just don't abide by today when it comes to like Norse paganism. Like in Celtic paganism, the leader of the house, the father, the man, he's usually the one that would like lead the rituals and stuff involving the people. And I'm pretty sure it was no different for the Norse. So I don't know. I'm not like an expert on the subject matter. I'm probably talking out of my ass on this. So if you people know Norse pagans, let them comment down below or ask your friends and then tell me what they say, because I'm not an expert on the subject. Crazy, I know. I don't know everything. But yeah, it's not something that I personally would take 100% as, like the hardcore truth. As I said, I know her books are really tiny. This book looks no different. And yeah, it's probably nothing but a tiny little bit of info about Norse paganism. But I guess if you were really interested in Norse paganism, you wouldn't be looking at Jesus hoodoo books, would you? So yeah, that's just how I feel about that. That's it for tonight, guys. Synapti.